cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. They're crazy.
I'm going to get to that.
You can't let them have a nuclear weapon. They would use it. There'd be no Israel. There'd be no Middle East. There'd be no Europe. And they come at us too, because you know why? They're crazy.
All right, so Trump in a little bit, we're gonna show you, also said that we are totally doing this war for Israel and a couple of the Gulf countries. You're gonna see it with your own eyes, which is amazing. But Ro, we start there with him saying that, you know what? This war, if we don't do it, we're gonna lose France. We're gonna lose the Netherlands, right? They're gone. Iran is going to destroy them with a nuclear weapon they don't have. So what do you make of this kind of exaggeration?
Well, first of all, they don't have an intercontinental ballistic missile. So the reach, even if they had a nuclear weapon, is not far beyond the Middle East. Secondly, they don't have a weapon. I mean, they have enriched uranium, but they don't have a weapon and the ability to put it on a weapon. Third, we have done nothing to get rid of their enriched uranium. So the enriched uranium is still there. And if anything, we've now given them more of a incentive to develop it, because what do they have to lose? They've already gotten attacked. We've already decimated a lot of their Navy. We've decimated a lot of their Air Force. So if you're Iran, you're saying, well, why don't, this is what I can do to develop it. And you've killed a lot of the leaders' parents and killed their relatives. We've actually made the situation more dangerous than less dangerous.
Yeah, so look, it feels like Trump is using some Israeli talking points here. And we've heard the Israelis and Netanyahu in specific say for the last 30 years that Iran is 2 weeks away from a nuclear weapon, and that we're going to lose Paris and Sacramento and just about every imaginable place, San Antonio. You can go on and on. It's totally and utterly absurd. But I think he might have taken the Israeli talking points a little too far when he accidentally admitted this.
If you took Saudi Arabia, Russia, put them together, we're doing twice as much oil and gas as they are. Think of that. It's amazing.
Venezuela was where too?
Called drill, baby drill, right?
Oh, well, I mean, when you really think about it, if they have a problem with Iran, and they need the strait more than we need it open,
we don't need it at all.
We don't need it at all.
We don't need it at all.
Fair enough. So,
well, I mean, you could make the case, like, why are we even? We're doing it to help Israel and to help Saudi Arabia and to help Qatar and UAE and Kuwait and other countries.
Wow. So Representative Khanna, there's the president saying, yeah, we're doing this for Israel and a bunch of the Gulf countries. What is that? Shocking. Do we control our own foreign policy? Are we supposed to start wars for other governments?
The level of candor, that should be all over TV. I hadn't actually seen that clip because I hadn't seen the whole interview, but it is really shocking. I mean, he's basically saying we have enough oil in this country. If anything, it's raised gas prices, raised food prices. So why are we doing this? Well, Israel and Saudi Arabia need us to do this. And with all of the reporting, it's not just Netanyahu, it's MBS and the Gulf allies pushing him to do this. We're basically fighting a regional war where there's no benefit and only downside to the American people. We haven't made us any safer. They still have enriched uranium and food prices up, gas prices are up. The Fed can't cut rates, for all of the president wanting them to cut rates because he wants mortgage rates to come down, credit card rates to come down. Fed can't do that. So he's betraying the American worker, and he's saying why. I mean, he's remarkably candid.
Yeah, it's a shocking admission. And you're right, that should be all over the news. When the president says we did this war for Israel, that is a massive news story. We'll come back to Saudi Arabia and them. But I also want to ask you, he said, we don't need the Strait of Hormuz open at all. Is that anywhere near true?
Well, it's not. I mean, look, if we banned exports, which I think we should, because the export only allows our oil companies to make record profits, and they are hurting the American consumer, then maybe we'd be less dependent on it, though we'd still be dependent on it for fertilizer and other products. I think 20% of the world's trade goes through there, but we'd be less dependent on it for oil. But the reality is we have oil export, and so we are on a global market, and that means that if the Strait of Hormuz isn't open, someone in Youngstown, Ohio is paying more at the pump. and even the president knows that. He's just trying to obfuscate and not level with the American people.
Obfuscate is a good word. I use horse crap, but I hear you. Okay, so although that can't get through the strait either, the fertilizer's stuck. But apparently somehow Trump got his portion anyway. But okay, now the last part of that remarkable stretch of answer there, from statements there from Trump. He says, well, it's not just Israel. We're also doing it for Saudi Arabia and UAE and Bahrain and Qatar and all these folks. And look, in my experience, and I speak for myself here, when I both cover the politicians and the media on the right wing side, but also some establishment Democrats and also certainly some establishment pundits, and when I'm in debates on the issue of Israel, it is crystal clear when Israel has a new talking point, because almost all of their folks will say it. When I say their folks, I mean the overwhelming majority of Congress, the overwhelming majority of media. They will all use the same talking point at the same time. And I was in a debate just yesterday, and I get this weird talking point before Trump said that about, well, this war's, I cornered the guy into it basically admitting that America has no interest in this war at all. And he said, yeah, but the Saudis and the UAE and all these countries, we're not just doing it for Israel, we're also doing it for them. And maybe in their mind, they think that everyone thinks in a tribalistic way. So they're like, well, if it's for the Saudis, then I'm all for it. Like, no, I don't care if it's for the Saudis. Making it for the Saudis doesn't make it any better than if it's for Israel. The only people we should be concerned about is us. But here's the president now using this same exact talking point as the Israelis about, oh, we're also doing this for the Saudis. Of course, inconvenient for them. And in the middle of that debate, and it was on Mario Nafal's show, he read a breaking news saying the Saudis then responded by going, no, we don't want the war to continue. That is not true, right? So, but putting that aside, Ro, are you more persuaded to continue the war if both the Israelis and the Saudis want it?
Absolutely not.
You watch a Bully Av TV, and I'm your host, Xantar from the Opposite Side Bullies. You know, I don't know what to say. I don't know if I should say something or not. Maybe I feel like I'm way out of my league here. Maybe I should just leave this alone. You know, I mean, I'm not out of my league. I'm just saying that, because the way things are with this system is just, it's so corrupt. I mean, you're so limited on what you can say, what you're allowed to say. So I'm going to try to keep it as brief as possible. I mean, I don't have anything against anybody, guys, okay? I am a human, and we are allowed to speak. I mean, I hope we are, I mean, people are allowed to attack me in my comment section, so at least I hope I'm allowed to keep it just a little bit real, just a little inch. Just a little bit. I don't know what we're doing overseas. I don't really get it. I don't, just not making any sense to me. Why are we in these wars? Why are we fighting wars for? And he said that Trump admitted, which I've seen, that he admitted that we are in we are fighting wars for other countries' interests. I don't know. I don't know why we are doing this. This is not benefiting us, obviously. I mean, we are in a world of shit right now. I mean, my gas tank is just a little bit above E. It's like I'm scared to put money in the tank. I'm scared to go to the gas station because I don't have the money to do it. I barely have the money to buy food, take care of myself, family, whatnot. Just hard, sinking Titanic ship. Just ass up in the air, just sinking down. You know, I don't know. But it's all for the sake of nuclear weapons, right? That they don't have, or you say they have it, but then it's like too much evidence leaning towards they don't have it and they never had it. So it's like, why are we doing this in the first place? Why? Why are we doing this? Just drop some comments in the comment section and, spread your feelings around. How do you guys feel about this? What do you think? Huh? Why do you think we're over there? Why do you think we are fighting this war? What do you think it's all about? Drop a comment. Say something. Don't get stuck in a void. This topic is hot. Extremely hot. It's relevant. We should talk about it. If we're allowed. Because I don't really know what I'm allowed to do and not allowed to do. It's like I'm stuck in between a rock and a hard place. I'm getting squoze from both sides. I don't really know what to do. It's really crazy that I'm just this person with no fear, and I say what I want, whenever I want, how I want, because that's just the way it should be. But I am not attacking anybody. I'm not a threat to anybody. I'm not threatening anybody. I'm just speaking my mind. My thoughts are just turning. The gears are turning in my head. You know what I mean? Just have to speak upon the truth. And I have to exterminate the lies. Just pick them apart. Just want to know what's really going on. Why are we there? Why do we have to suffer? Do we have to suffer? Is this something that we have to endure? Do we deserve this? What do you think? Drop a comment in the comment section. Say something. Don't get caught in a void. Free your mind. Be free. Be free. I'm Xantar from the opposite side bullies. Drop a comment. Xantar from the opposite side bullies. It's me. Watching Bully Av TV. I'm your host. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May the peace, the mercy, and the blessings of Allah be upon all the true believers. And I am aborting this mission.